Oh yeah, I might need to go to sleep soon, but I just wanted to make a little video. I might need to put on a shirt, no cap. Hold up. All right, so boom. So I would have made a video early in the morning and just posted it before I went to school. But the thing is, I added my phone clips, which is this right here, to the CapCut, which cause I do it on my phone, I don't do it on my computer, even though that would be better, so that I could delete this off my phone like completely once I put it in there. So then I have enough storage to save this because it's the same length, right? And then I put that in. But when I did it, I looked and that was running the whole time and it was at 27 minutes. And when I saved it, it was at 6 minutes for some reason. Maybe I didn't have enough storage. So I was like, no way, I just did all that. And I can't even make a video, so I'm gonna just do a market review real quick. It's gonna be fast. We left everything marked out for this moment. So boom, I was seeing that on the 4 hour, it was like around here somewhere. Just straight bullish candles, no sell side liquidity draws except imbalances. So I was saying, because of all the news and stuff, my bias is bearish, and I was saying we're gonna go to all-time highs, which we did, but I didn't take a trade to all-time highs. So boom, my bias was bearish on both indexes. I'll shoot here. Whatever, I'll just delete those, so it don't matter. And on the 1 hour, I just marked out some imbalances on the 1 hour. I did on the 1 hour more than the 4 hour because the 4 hour would just be one big gap, and I don't really like that. I like having more like gaps to draw into. Then we also have this before market open. I just watched what price did. Came down and swept lows during London session, so that's even more confirmation that we're gonna go up higher. And I marked out this 1 hour order block here. Okay, then I moved down to the lower time frame. I looked for a 15-minute gap inside of that 1 hour order block. Also, this is a 30-minute gap, I'm pretty sure, because that was clean enough on NQ because it's a 30-minute gap. Price retrace into that before. Was this where it was at? Alright, well, there's a 15-minute gap on ES. So we have hourly, 15-minute. So going into the day, the only draws on liquidity to the downside were these intermediate lows, intermediate hourly lows, pretty sure that's hourly. Then London and Asia high, which I don't have marked out here. I have Asia still marked out. So boom, pretty sure this is, yeah. And we also have this SMT, but since we started pushing above like short-term highs, I ignored this SMT. And also we created 5-minute SMT to the bullish 5-minute SMT before market open. So I looked at way more stuff before this. I was just looking at what price was doing, but since I gotta do this quick, I was just looking. We're creating low resistance sell side liquidity. That's what I saw. Then right at market open, we were choppy for the first 5-10 minutes. And I was looking to catch a short here, but I missed it. So where was the 5 minutes? I'm pretty sure that's it right there. Is this it? Yeah, we can count this as a 5-minute SMT. So boom. But I'm pretty sure I marked that a pre-market 5-minute SMT, that's why. Alright. So then on the 1 minute, once I saw I was looking at 5-minute price action until we started getting close to this London high. So right when we were about to push up into the London high, I went on the 1 minute to check for a bigger structure, all those confluences. So as you can see, right when we pushed into it on NASDAQ, Look, right when market open, we dumped inversing this 1 minute gap, so it probably gave people ideas of shorts. But then we just swapped right back up, push above this right here. So we also had this SMT, I'm pretty sure. Mark that out, but we just disrespected that. Yeah, so boom, we start seeing bearish candles, right? Pretty sure ES is where I saw the setup at. Right, just quicker. Yeah, okay. We have this 1 minute gap. Then right when we get this huge displacement, I was actually looking to enter here, but then I was looking for a safer trade. So since my bias was bullish, which I'm kind of stupid because there's one thing I forgot. I was waiting for it to have displacement below this low, right? Which we did, and we never got a retrace. I was like, I'll let that trade go because I knew we were gonna come down to this liquidity down here, even though we did it on NQ. ES is where I was looking for all the setups because that's where all the setups were on ES. And then I saw that we still had all this high time frame liquidity above, but when we came down here, NQ left ES behind since it was a leading index, and we had BPR all the way above these highs. And then so like when ES was started coming back down into this gap here, NQ was up here already, like retracing. Let's find that. Dude, I'm gonna just stop switching back because look, I have to keep going like this since look, see, we just get BPR, then we retrace into this gap all the way up here. So yeah, and then we fell to sweep this sell side. So right there, I was looking for shorts at first, and then for like the next 3 minutes, I was confused on the recording. But then I snapped myself back into reality. I'm like, what am I? See, bro, my fucking storage. I just had to delete some shit. Okay, so boom, I have to go quick. So boom, right when we saw that, I was actually entering kind of late, which I got lucky because if I like realized quicker and I saw this first bearish candle out of this 1 minute gap, then I would have took a long and I would have put my stop loss at this candle closure here below the gap to give myself some breathing room because if price pushes below this gap and inverses it, then my idea is wrong. But then we would have wicked me out. So boom, I got lucky that I actually realized, wait, what am I doing? I should be looking for longs. So boom, I entered here. Then I actually got even luckier. So I'm not gonna lie, I got lucky on the trade. Not like I knew that it was gonna go up. I had a really bullish bias, but oh my god, I'm an idiot. I just switched it. Oh my god, go. I had really bullish bias. I said on the recording, right? So I moved it to break even. Like once it came up into this gap, and right after it started coming down, and then once it started pushing back into this gap, I told the recording I'm a pussy and I'm gonna move back down, because even though I have bullish bias, we can still get wicked out. So if I left it there, I would have got wicked out. I put it back at this low here, and then right after we pump all the way back up to this high here, which is I seen on TikTok. Somebody else took the exact same trade except they took it on here and then they put their stop loss down here. So now I had a better risk to reward than them. Then after, I knew we were going to reach all-time highs. I just didn't want to take a all-day trade. Look at this. Goes all the way into New York PM. So yeah. So basically, NQ is telling me what was going to happen on ES since we're so much higher. So like here, I thought it was going to come down into equilibrium, but we end up not going into equilibrium. But yeah, there you go. That was my trade for the day. It was a dub. And then also it was a dub yesterday, but that's when okay, let me explain it. So boom, I was on the recording today that I was supposed to post. I was talking about how I accidentally deleted it, but it was a small dub, not that big dub. It was barely like 4 fucking points on ES. But then I deleted it on accident while I was trying to delete the other clips, and then this one got deleted because this one only didn't even save all the footage. So yeah, there you go. And then 2 days ago, it was a loss and a break even. So this week I'm up 2 trades, down 1 trade, and break even 1 trade. So I would be up on the week right now. So let's go.